To the Information Broker, and in today's video I'm going to give you two examples where the game, for whom the game is most effective for, and this is kind of a tricky topic. So the first one is a high value male. Let's say he knows everything but game. Like he has money, wealth, status, looks. You know, he maxed out his looks. He's a gym rat. He goes to the gym very often. He has muscle. He has a lot of friends in his social circle, so he is very high caliber. If he goes to wherever he goes, not even if, let's say he goes to the bar and is surrounded by girls, he has social proof. But let's say he goes and it's not even the bar, he's just hanging out with his friends, all the girls are just attracted to him like a magnet, you know? I mean, and he has charisma, you know? He's a high value guy, money, wealth, status. He has a career, he has a business, you know? I mean, everything's going well for him, but he doesn't know game. If he this type of guy, if he learns game, I mean, he will have his pick of the litter. He already does, but now he can cold approach any girl and they'll just automatically be attracted to him. Because let's say, you know, analogy would be him going to a candy store and he has, like, you know, because he's an entrepreneur, let's say he just wants to spend, you know, $5,000, you know, just for fun that day, that weekend. And he goes to a candy store and all the candies in the store are dollar each. So the price required, and let's say each candy represents a girl, you know? I mean, the price he has to pay, he has more than enough to pay for, like, all the candy in the shop. And that's the power you give him when you give a high value male the ability to cold approaching game. You know, his worth is beyond the asking price for the girl, and so he can get whatever he wants. The second type of guy that the game is very, very, you know, attracted, like very, very powerful, like it's a very powerful combination with, is people with the dark triad personality. So narcissism, psychopathy, and Machiavellian. You know, if you have all three, it's even worse. But I'm not purporting, but you can kind of mimic. That's why the bad boy does really well, because instead of paying full price, let's say they go to the candy store and they only have 50 cents, you know, and in terms of looks and value, money, wealth, he's a 5 out of 5. Other guys a 10 out of 10. You know, he can't get the 10 out of 10 girl. He only has 50 cents. You know, he can't pay. His value is not worth, you know, the value that the girl is requesting. So what does he do? He tears the girl down, and it's not physically, because he wants a pretty girl physically. He tears her down psychologically to the point where instead of, you know, being 10 out of 10, now their self-esteem is negative 100 out of 10. And their value, maybe it's 5 out of 5, you know? Relatively, you know, compare the ratios together, and you can see that the bad boy is over 51 times more valuable, you know, in her eyes, if she views herself as a negative 100 in front of the bad boy, than a 10 out of 10, which is, you know, let's say the guy's a 10 out of 10, you know, and so they're equal, so the ratio is 1 to 1. But for the other one, you know, the bad boy is like 50 times more, you know, 50 times more valuable than her psychologically in her eyes. And she will, I mean, she'll do not only whatever he says, but she'll give up her life to be with him. Like, she will commit crimes to be with this guy. Like, she will travel the world and go to the ends of the earth to be with this guy. You know, that's just the nature of the game. You know, that's why bad boys do so well. Like, it's good to be high value, to be approachable to a lot of women, but if you really want to get any girl you want, you have to manipulate their psychology. And you have to apply some of the dark triad traits when you game her. And psychologically, it's called neg hate, and like playing with her psyche, because it's very powerful, because it multiplies your value in front of her. It's not only like apples and apples, but it's like a gigantic apple, like a massive, you know, an apple with a tumor versus that tiny apple, in terms of size at least. Like, so yeah, that's gonna be it for today. Please press the like and subscribe button. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.